Hey guys, welcome back. This is the third part of the series, and in this video we will be creating another smooth and stylish lower third animation inside of DaVinci Resolve. I will walk you through the process step by step, so even if you are a complete beginner, you will be able to follow along easily. In the final part of the series, I will also show you how to convert these animations into presets or template, making them super easy to use in your future editing projects. So this is Vikas Kumar, and without any further ado, let's open DaVinci Resolve and get started. Alright, so this is DaVinci Resolve, and all you have to do the basic setting first. So click on the setting button in the corner. I'm going to select the resolution 4K from here. So this is the Ultra HD resolution. Select that resolution. I'm going to select the frame rate 24 frames per second, which is good enough. Click on save. First of all, we need to create a fusion composition because we're going to create this animation inside of this fusion page. So just go to media pool, right click on that, click on new fusion composition. This is going to be our lower third 03. I'm going to call it LT03. Duration, make it 8 seconds long, which is good enough for animation in and out. Leave the other setting as it is. Click on create. Drag and drop the fusion composition on the timeline just like this. You can change the color of the clip. Just right click on that, go to clip color and select any color that you like, and then just go to fusion page. Here we have two different viewers, so click on the single viewer. You can close the media pool, we don't need it. And this is the preview window, and this is the flow window where we will create all the nodes. So this is the media out node. Just drag and drop the media out to the side for now. First of all, we need to create a background which is kind of solid color. So just drag and drop the background on the flow window. You can rename the node by hitting F2 on the keyboard. You can call it solid 01. Hit OK. You can also right click on that, click on rename. Perfect. And now you can drag and drop the solid to the viewer to get a preview. As you can see, this is the black background, but we need white background. So click on this color inside of this inspector window. If you don't have the inspector window, click on this button, click on the color and select the white color. Perfect. And this is the rectangle tool. Drag and drop the rectangle on the flow window and connect the rectangle with the solid. Now we can do some setting with the rectangle. So select the rectangle, go to inspector window, and this is the width. I'm going to set the value 0.7, 0.15. Perfect. So we will get something like this. After that, we need to animate this rectangle. So select the solid, add a transform with the solid, drag and drop the transform to the viewer. Perfect. And we need to create some animation inside of this transform. So select the transform. First of all, we need to change the pivot point. So this is the pivot option right here. You can simply hold the X value and move it like this. You can see the position of this pivot. I'm going to set the pivot in this corner, bottom left corner, just like this. And after that, we need to animate the transform. So just go to frame number 24, which is equal to 1 second according to 24 frames per second. This is the size. Right click on size, click on animate, or you can also click on the diamond button to create a keyframe. Just go to very first frame of this animation. Let's set the size value 0. So we will get something like this, as you can see. After that, place the CTI on frame number 24. You can check right here. And here we have the pivot. We need to animate the pivot. So right click on pivot, click on animate, go to 1 frame forward in time on the frame number 25. And this is the pivot. We need to move it right here on the bottom right corner. So just move the pivot X value and place it right here. And then just go to frame number maybe 168. Click on this button and lock the size value as it is, and just go to the end of this animation. Let's set the size 0. So basically we will get this kind of animation, as you can see, but this animation is linear right now, so we need to animate it smoother. So just go to spline window, hit F4 to full screen, check the size, click on fit button. Here we have all the keyframe that we have created. So just highlight these two keyframes, hit S to smooth, hold this handle and place the handle right here and create a nice smooth graph, and repeat the same thing with these two keyframes. So highlight these two, hit S to smooth, hold this handle and place it right here. Now you can close the spline window and you can see the animation. We have nice and smooth animation. After that, we need to create a duplicate of these three nodes. So highlight these three, hit Ctrl C to copy, hit Ctrl V to paste. And then we need to rename these nodes properly. Drag and drop the transform to the preview window, select the solid, go to inspector window. This time we need to create gradient color right here. So just go to inspector window and change this solid color to gradient, and we need to select two different colors. So click on the first point, click on the color and select any color that you like. So I'm going to select the first color like this, hit OK, and the second color maybe like this. All right, and now you can move the gradient point right here and this point right here and create nice and smooth gradient color. And then we need to create a time gap of 3 frames between both the outputs. So if you click on the dual viewer, you can see the first output and the second output. If you play the animation, both the animation is looking similar, but we need to create a time gap. So just go to spline window, hit F4 to full screen, uncheck the transform 1, check the transform 2 only. We need to move the keyframes for side. So uncheck the displacement, go to 3 frame forward in time from frame number 0. So it should be on the frame number 3. Highlight these two keyframes, hold this point, hold shift on the keyboard and move it right here, and then just go to right here on this keyframe, go to 3 frame back in time. So it should be frame number 165. Highlight these two and move it right here. All right, so basically we will get a time gap of 3 frames between both the outputs, and this is the displacement. So what we have to do, just place the CTI right here on this keyframe, uncheck the size, check the displacement. We need to move these two keyframes right here. All right, and then you can close the spline window. After that, click on single viewer, and now we have 2 different output. So we need to merge these outputs. I'm gonna use it as a foreground and this one as a background. So connect the output of the foreground with the output of this background and you will get a new merge. Drag and drop the merge one to the viewer. Now you can see here we have something like this. You can play the animation. All right, it's looking nice. After that, we need to create a text. So this is the text tool. Place the text tool right here. Connect the text with the main output. Either you can merge by taking a new merge 3. You can simply connect the output of this text with the output of this merge 1 and you will get a new merge. Drag and drop the merge to the viewer. Select the text and type whatever you want to type. Select your favorite font style. So in this case, I'm using Bebas New Pro. So this is the Bebas New Pro font style, which is my favorite font style. You can use any font style that you like, and right click on this preview window, go to guide and turn on the guide. According to the guide, you can set the text in the center, just like this. And then just go to layout and this is the center X and Y. Let's change the center X and place the text right here. Perfect. You can set the value 0.33 or maybe 0.335. Perfect. After that, we need to animate the text. First of all, click on fit button. Just go to frame number maybe 33. Right click on center, click on animate, go to frame number 3 and let's drag it down and place the text right here. I'm going to set the value 0.36. Perfect. And then just go to frame number maybe 150, lock the position as it is, go to frame number 180 and let's drag it down. So basically we have something like this. Again, we need to make this animation smoother, so just go to spline window, hit F4. This time we need only text node, so uncheck the transform to check the text, click on fit button. You can create smooth graph just like this. Perfect. Now you can close the spline window. So basically here we have the text animation. After that, we need to connect this rectangle to output with the text, and you can see the effect. Here we have something like this. So basically it will place the text inside of the rectangle. As you can see, it's looking like this. And after that, we need to create one more text. So select the text, hit Ctrl C to copy, hit Ctrl V to paste, drag and drop the text to the viewer. I'm going to call it text 2. You can type the second text. You can type anything, whatever you like, and you can change the font style. So I'm going to select the italic font, and then I'm going to merge this text with the main output. So let me show you how you can merge any node in different way. Simply you can take a merge node. I'm going to use this text as a foreground, so I'm going to connect the green point with this, and I'm going to use this merge to output as a background, so connect the yellow background point with this and drag and drop the merge 3 to the viewer. Select the text, and we need to change the position, but it has the keyframe, so we need to go on the keyframe right here on the frame number 33 where we have created the keyframe. Just go to layout and change the X parameter. So first of all, I'm going to place it right here. Go to the text and let's down the size just a little bit. So I'm going to set the value 0.05 and go to layout again. Right here, you can place the text just like this. You can put the value 0.7. Perfect. And do the same thing at the first keyframe right here. You can simply put the value in center X 0.7 and repeat the same thing for this one. So I'm going to place the CTI at 150, put the value 0.7 in center X. One more time. After that, we need to connect the rectangle to output with the second text, and you will get something like this. Perfect. Now place the rectangle to right here. You can create a time gap between both the text. So just go to spline window, hit F4 to full screen. This time uncheck the text 1, check the text 2 only. Just go to frame number 40, highlight these two keyframes and move it right here, and just go to the end of this animation right here. Maybe I'm going to move this keyframe 10 frame forward in time, so it should be on frame number 160. So highlight this keyframe and move it on the frame number 160. So basically we'll have to create this time gap between both the text animations, and it's looking very nice. All right, now you can close the spline window. And finally, let's create the stroke animation. So what we have to do, let's take a new background node, which is the solid. I'm going to call it line, hit enter. Let's take a polygon node. So this is the polygon, drag and drop on the flow window, connect the polygon with the line, select the polygon, and here we have the right click here for shape animation text. Just right click on that and click on remove polygon 1 polyline. We don't need it. And after that, we need to create a straight line. So what we have to do, just zoom in a little bit by holding Control and scroll up. This is the plus icon. Place the plus icon in this corner and click right here and go to this corner. Click one more time, and after that, drag and drop the line to the viewer, select the polygon, and this is the solid box. Uncheck the solid box, and this is the border width. Let's increase the border width and put the value 0.0025. Perfect. Select the background node and change the color to white. Perfect. Select the polygon, and here we have to select one more thing. This is the rounded cap, but we need a straight cap, so click on the flat. Perfect. And after that, we need to animate the line. So what we have to do, just go to frame number 16, I guess, and this is the length. Right click on length, click on animate, set the length value 0. Go to frame number 36, which is 20 frame forward in time. Let's set the length value 1. Just go to frame number 66 and I'm gonna set the length value 0.35. So these are pre-calculated values, so I have to put the right value to get the desired result. And after that, just go to frame number 135 and keep the same position as it is. So click on the diamond button to keep the value right here, and then just go to frame number 170, I guess, and again set the length value 0. So basically we will have something like this. And now let me animate one more thing, which is the position. So just go to frame number 52, right click on position, click on animate and set the position value 0.65. Perfect. And then just go to frame number 22 right here and set the position 0. So basically we will have something like this, as you can see. So this animation is linear, so let's make it smoother. Just go to spline window, hit F4. This time we don't need text 2, so uncheck this, check the polygon, check the length first, highlight these 3 keyframes first, hit S to smooth, highlight these 2, hit S to smooth, and repeat the same thing for position. So uncheck the length, check the position, highlight these 2, hit S to smooth. Now you can close the spline window. Now we need to merge these line with the main output, but before that we need to do one more thing. Just take a new transform node. I'm gonna connect the output of this line with the transform. Drag and drop the transform to the viewer, select the transform and go to the inspector window and click on this flip horizontally and vertically. And then we have 2 different output you can see here. Let me click on fit button for both the outputs. So this is the first output and this is the second, sorry, this is the first and this is the second, and you can see the difference. Perfect. Now let's merge both the outputs. So this is the merge, place the merge right here, connect the output of this line with this merge background point and output of this transform 3 with the foreground point of this merge, and drag and drop the merge 4 to the viewer. Now you can click on the single viewer, and if you see at once it will look like this. All right, and after that we will merge this output with the main output. So it's very simple. I'm going to use this as a foreground and this one as a background. So connect the output of this foreground with the background and we will get a new merge. Drag and drop the merge to the viewer, and you can see here we will have something like this. All right, and we need to do one more animation. So select the merge 5, click on this transform button, drag and drop the transform to the viewer. Just go to frame number 35, select the transform 4. This is the size, right click on size, click on animate and go to 12 frame forward in time, which is half a second. So just go to frame number maybe 47. And this is the size. Let's increase the size just a little bit. So I'm going to set the value 1.05 and repeat the same thing at the end. So just go to frame number, I guess 135. This is the size, lock the position as it is and go to 12 frame forward in time. So it should be on frame number 147. Let's keep the size default. All right, and just go to a spline window again, hit F4. This time I need only transform 4. So uncheck all the nodes and check the transform 4. Click on fit button, highlight these 2 keyframes, hit S to smooth, highlight these 2, hit S to smooth, and then close the spline window. And after that you can connect the media out with the main output and go to the edit page. And here we have the animation. This is the high resolution animation, so you can change the timeline resolution maybe quarter for faster render preview. You can use this animation on any background, so you can place the lower third animation on the second layer. Right click here, I have this footage, I'm going to open it up. You can place any video clip below this animation and you will get this kind of result. So basically we have this type of animation. So if you want, then you can use as a full screen, and if you want to use this animation as a lower third, then select the lower third layer. Just go to inspector window and this is the zoom. Let's down the zoom value. If you want, make it smaller. You can place it anywhere in the frame. So either you can use just like this, or you can keep it on the bottom left corner like this. So basically you will have all the flexibility to use this. And now let's have a look. And finally, this is looking amazing, right? So this was the third design of the series. Check out the link in the description for the other parts. And that's a wrap for today's video. I hope you like it. For more such videos, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and also comment below what you think about it. My name is Vikas Kumar and I will see you in the next one. Till then, bye-bye. Thank you.